Realized I left my inhaler. I'm gonna get my sleepy tea and go to bed. Bye. I'm ugly as fuck. I look like I'm dying. I don't know if I love this one. Hey guys, it's a new Monday, it's a new week, and it's already 10:30 and I'm literally just 10:30 p.m. and I'm finally starting the vlog. I don't even know if I talked today. I probably spoke 5 whole sentences. No, that's not true. Actually, I had 2 meetings. What the heck? Today was a pretty nice work day. I had 2 meetings, like I said. I got work done, obviously. But overall, it's also been kind of hectic. I got rejected to another acting job, which I didn't not expect, but it's kind of shitty because I put a lot of effort in last night and I don't know, it's alright. I had to send out a vintage package and I also did my groceries. I think I hit 9k steps today, which is not quite 10, but I think that's pretty good as well. I just really need to start moving my body more. The past 3 days I walked 15k and my lipedema is definitely acting up because I can't get rid of the liquids in my body, I guess. I still need to get these steps in, but I also need to make sure I get lipedema treatment, which I do have on Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to cancel again, but for an exciting reason. Today was actually supposed to go to Amsterdam to do a apartment viewing that kind of got postponed until Thursday, but then I got an email from another place asking if I could come in for a viewing on Wednesday, and I'm gonna ask the other guy, who's my colleague, if I can look at his apartment on Wednesday as well, so I have 2 on one day. We'll see. I hope he says yes, because I don't really feel like going to Amsterdam twice for not a rejection, because I'm gonna get both. I feel like I'm rambling and I'm all over the place, but my head is all over the place. I just really hate having vague plans. I want to have set plans. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna have to cancel my appointment, my lipedema treatment for Wednesday again. I feel like they're gonna hate me because I've been cancelling a lot. But oh well, I am now giving myself a little feet bath while watching a podcast, and I'm gonna get into bed soon. This feet bath is way too warm considering it was 25 degrees today, but oh well. I'm truly terrified of cottage cheese for some reason, but I just feel like I need to like it. So we're giving it another try. I'm so confused about this bell pepper. I don't know if you can hear, but it sounds like there's water inside. I think it's just the pit or whatever, but it just sounds like water to me. I went to the gym today and I made myself a big batch of pasta salad again, so I can eat on this for like 3 days, I hope. Hello, it's currently Tuesday, and as I said, I went to the gym today at around 3, and then I came home and I realized I left my inhaler. At least I hope I left it there, otherwise it fell out of my bag. It's now 7:30, I just had dinner. I'm gonna go back and hopefully find my inhaler. I hope there's staff around, but we'll see. Got it. It was literally hidden under the leg press. Oh my god. Oh, why does my hair look horrible this week? And why am I so out of breath? I'm happy I found my inhaler, because when I got home, I was like, whoa, I'm having an asthma attack right now. Not an attack, but it just sounded like I was playing the flute with my lungs. So yeah, that was fun. Honestly, I'm a little stressed out. Ow, I just put my finger in my eye. What's going on? I'm a little stressed out because I think I said this yesterday. This entire week is filled with vague plans. Like, I have some acting jobs that might happen, that might not happen. I keep my schedule free, but pretty sure I'm not gonna get picked. But it's always annoying to just not know what you're up to, I guess. I also talked about the apartment viewings. I managed to get both of them tomorrow. So I'm seeing the one I got invited to yesterday at 10 a.m. 10:10. And then about 2 hours later, 12:30, I'm meeting up with my colleague to see his apartment that I still don't know. I don't know if I said this. I got an unofficial approval to this apartment by some guy who works for the company, but I don't have the official approval. and he's on holiday apparently, and none of his co-workers know what's up, which is really annoying. But my colleague texted me when he was leaving this apartment, or I texted him actually, and he was like, I can ask if I can tell. Can I talk? He was like, I'm gonna ask if I can say like, hey, I know someone who's looking for a place. Which he did, and then I handed in all my files, and the guy gave me an unofficial approval, but he never gave me the official one. But maybe this is happening for a reason, and the other apartment that I'm viewing tomorrow will be my dream apartment. Who knows? I'm so curious. So yeah, I'm spending the day in Amsterdam tomorrow, and then in the meantime I'm gonna get some work done, and probably go to Joe and the Juice. Which I should probably find a new spot to work at, but I'm always a little stressed out about work. Obviously I need to work. So yeah. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm gonna get my sleepy tea and go to bed. Bye. So far, literally everything is going wrong. I still have about 25 minutes to get there, and I will make it, but all of my trains are delayed. So... Hoi, ik ben vandaag op bezichtiging geweest voor de... Oh my god. I look really bad. I'm in my luteal face, whatever it's called. You can tell. I'm ugly as fuck. I look and feel like shit. I look like I'm dying, to be honest. It is 8:20. So tired. It's been a long day. I cycled all through Amsterdam today. And it's just been one big chaotic day. Okay, so my first viewing would be at 10:10. This company that I had a few viewings with last year. Last year I had a few where it literally didn't really matter at what time I would come in because there were so many people there. But my last one with them, there was only 2 other people, and I thought this would be the same. I don't know why I thought that. So I really wanted to be there on time. I scheduled a train that would arrive at like 9:30, and I would maybe take a 10-minute bike ride, so about half an hour earlier than my appointment would be at. But then the unthinkable happened. Not really, actually the thinkable happened. My train got cancelled, and I was like, shit, what do I do now? I was like deciding on what to do. 10 minutes later another train to Rotterdam would go, so I took that one, and then from Rotterdam I needed to take the train to Schiphol airport. That one was slightly delayed because of the smell from the toilets, like what the hell. And then I needed to transfer at Schiphol, but then that train was also very much delayed, so I was like, what do I do now? I decided to stay put in the train and then get to Amsterdam South, then take the metro to Amsterdam Central Station, then rent a bike and get my ass to the viewing. But I had a bike for which the tires were really soft, so it took me so much effort, especially considering I'm struggling with my lipodema lately, and I had leg day yesterday, so this was not fun. I made it. 10:01. My appointment was at 10:10. I got there. There were literally so many people. Like, it wouldn't have mattered if I came in a little later, but of course you always want to be on time. But that was a very stressful situation. And then I got there. The apartment was amazing, but I felt like the courage sink into my shoes, like we say in Dutch. There were just so many people. They invited over 200. Only 35 replied on time. I don't know how many people showed up, and I don't know how many people are gonna apply with the right documents. Deadline is tomorrow, 12 p.m. Such a nice place. The neighborhood as well. I then cycled to the city center, started to get some food at Joe and the Juice. I sat there for about an hour, and then my colleague texted me like, hey, I'm done a little earlier than expected, you can come already. And I cycled to his place, which also took me like 15 minutes. I viewed his place, which was alright, but so small. I literally don't know how I would be able to fit my clothes in there, for example. And that kind of bothers me. The other part is that it has a tiny ass freezer, which I do now as well, but I really hate. I'm definitely gonna apply to the first one. I'm pretty much already applied to the second one, but I'm just like not hearing much from the company itself. I just really hope I get the first place. We have to send in so many documents, but also a like letter of interest, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm also making a video of interest. I just filmed it outside because I didn't want my roommates to hear, and I'm gonna put it together now, send in all my documents, and pray, because I need this place. I'm literally gonna... I almost cried today, like several times, because I don't know. It's 9:30 I'm gonna give myself half an hour to fix this so I can go to bed, because I have to wake up at 6 to go and work from the office tomorrow. Is this not creepy? Hey hey hello guys, it is currently Friday evening, 9:30. I haven't talked to you in a bit. Let me check when I last talked to you. Actually, I do not know, because I already put the files in my computer. Anyways, I think I last talked to you on Wednesday when I had 2 apartments that I viewed, but I don't know what to do. I don't have much to say in this freaking housing crisis. Anyways, handed in everything I needed to hand in, and now we pray. Then on Thursday I went to the office, and honestly I was struggling. If you have one bad night of sleep, like not enough sleep, you can still kind of function, but 2 nights in a row you can just tell that like how bad it is for you to not sleep enough. I was literally struggling to keep my eyes open at the office, but overall it was a pretty good day. The day flew by. Getting home was a bit of a hassle, but luckily I already had dinner prepared and I ate a shit ton of ice cream. I then had a really good night of sleep last night, so that's very good. And then today I went to the gym with Whitney. We walked to the grocery store together, had a good lunch. I'm trying to get over my cottage cheese ick, and I think it's working, so that's good. What did I do? I cleaned the toilet and almost everything. Shower, I did some laundry, and then I did my hair and had a lovely dinner as well. I'm sorry, I flopped at filming today. I got rid of my nail polish and I packed my bag because tomorrow I have a very exciting day. I have a shoot tomorrow, an acting job. I filmed a self-tape Sunday evening for a specific role for this commercial, but then they called me on Wednesday asking if I was also available for another role with the same fees, so I was like, obviously. And then later on they called me asking if I was also available for another role again, but with different fees, so I'm not getting as much paid as I would have loved. But it's still a good gig, I guess. I have to take like 3 trains. I was kind of scared of getting a call time at 8 AM, but no, luckily it's 11. I have to leave at like 8:30. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm now gonna maybe watch X on the Beach. A new season just launched, and X on the Beach, the Dutch version, is insane, but I kind of enjoy it. I still suck at making banana bread, so I'm using it as a topping instead of a product on its own. The flavor is nice, the texture is horrible. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but oh well.
Oh ja, en dan deze die ook zo vol blazen. Nee, dat niet hoor.
Hey guys, I have to film like this because I'm literally not able to sit up straight or stand anymore. It is currently 9:30. I came home from today's shoot about 2 hours ago, and honestly I had a great day. It was really fun. Rented a bike and cycled to the location where they were filming at the time, and I was like being really loud. I was like, good morning, and then they were like, I was like, ooh, I didn't realize they were filming. Sorry, this angle is really not flattering, and I can tell my nose is getting stuffed because I'm laying down, but the legs are up at the moment because they're so swollen. Anyways, I immediately got into hair and makeup. Then I had to wait for about, I'd say, an hour and a half. These were lovely people. There's actually this girl. We both recognized each other, and we know, like, we did something together, an acting job, over 10 years ago, or we can't figure out which one it was. It's so annoying. Yeah, it was nice. I actually had to transfer location. Everyone was getting in their car and I was like, no, I'm on my bike. And I had to cycle for about 15 minutes, which was fine, but I was like so sweaty. And then we had lunch, which was honestly amazing. It was really good. And we started filming. Can I say? Yeah. I was a Tai Chi student and basically had to be in this position for 4 hours straight with my knees bended a little, and I have a pretty bad knee, so this was not the most comfortable, but I had a lot of fun. The weather was great, location was really nice, the crew was super nice, and overall I think this is gonna be a really funny commercial. I also finally finished my book, The Housemaid's Secret, and honestly, I loved The Housemaid. That was literally my favorite book for the past few years. Probably I read it so fast. This took me almost 2 months. And it's all messed up because I accidentally spilled water in my bag. I hate when that happens. But it was alright. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. I like the way she writes, and it's still kind of like scary enough. It's definitely messed up, but it's also like really, it was a bit much. Definitely still gonna get the last one though, but there's also more books of, what's her name? Frida McFadden that I want to read. So I got home and I made myself some broccoli soup from the leftover broccoli from yesterday. I'm now gonna watch some TV. Probably, hopefully, have a good night of sleep because I've just been working out all day. Tomorrow I'm meeting up with my friends Emma and Kaela for lunch and we're gonna catch up, and Emma might come over earlier and she's gonna straighten my hair. So that's exciting and terrifying. For some reason I'm just scared, but like, what's the worst that could happen? My hair will fall off. I'm looking camera pak. Change of plans. I did not straighten my hair. It is Sunday. It is almost 9:30 p.m. I had a good day and I'm extremely tired. Last night I had a pretty decent sleep. As of like 1:15 up until 8 or 7:45, and then I was awake for a solid hour and a half because my mind is going crazy. I'm just thinking about a lot of shit. It was really bad. I'm just really anxious about all the things that are going on in my life, but eventually I fell back asleep for a little bit. And then I woke up to tons of messages because we were planning on having lunch together, my friends and I. There was going to be a change of plans. Emma suggested, hey, the derby is happening. Our city is playing against our rival, I guess. Should we watch the game after lunch? So we did. We first had lunch and then we went to this cafe to watch the game, and it was actually pretty nice because the sun was out and it was lovely. We had one beer and for some reason Emma and I both felt it after like half a beer. It was really weird. I don't know what was going on. I was also sneezing the entire time. Like, my hay fever is pretty bad at the moment. I'm also very sore from yesterday's Tai Chi. Yeah, we finished the game. It was 1-1. Then we walked around the city center for a little bit. We just did some damage at the drugstore and some other stores. I popped into Easy Paris, or Kaela did, and asked for a couple of samples, and then I realized I could do that. I never do that. I don't really think I realized you could do that. So I got 2 little samples of Libre. I then got home at like 5 and I was absolutely exhausted. I just literally slumped all the way home, put my legs up, and I just lay here for an hour or so. Then I finally kind of cleaned up. Honestly, I've not been doing much. I've just been sitting on my bed, preparing for the upcoming week, doing some emails, eating a shit ton of snacks. I had a really big lunch and I didn't really feel like having dinner, but I should have just made my salad for dinner instead of eating my snacks. But oh well. I'm nervous about next week because I still don't know what to do about the housing situation. I still don't know if I even have a choice. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. I think I'm gonna get into bed because I'm so freaking tired. I started this new series yesterday, Overcompensated it's called, on Prime. Really reminds me of the Sex Lives of College Girls, then even crazier. A lot, but it is kind of funny. So I think that's gonna be the rest of my night. I'm gonna make myself a sleepy tea now and then just hopefully have a good night of sleep. So yeah, it is the end of the week, which means it's the end of the vlog. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It's completely free. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.